Berlin is super sexy, but has it always been that way? Berlin definitely is considered the capital of sex positivity. You see sex shops and kink events everywhere. In clubs, people next to you might dance naked and for sure live out their quirks. There is a huge and world-renowned queer and sex-positive scene. But how come? Well, Berlin's sex-positive history dates back to the beginning of the 20th century, when the city was a hub for a legendary cabaret scene. People freely lived out their fantasies. In 1919 then, sexologist Magnus Hirschfeld established the world's first sexology research center. Its key feature was the library on gender and same-sex love, the base for Hirschfeld's pioneering research on gay, transgender and intersex topics. Until the 1930s, Berlin was a haven for the free-spirited. But then, as we all know, Hitler came to power, and under the Nazi regime, millions of people's not only sexual freedoms were brutally abolished. In 1968 then, the sound of a revolution swept over to West Germany. And with the international student movement, the conservative moral order finally began to break down. Female Berliners stood up and protested for their sexual liberation. After the fall of the wall, the reunited Germany celebrated on the streets and in clubs of Berlin. The ecstasy of the freedom attracted cohorts of creatives, musicians and artists to celebrate it together. Since then, the sex-positive infrastructure of Berlin has grown, with sex-positive clubs like Berghain and KitKat, but also smaller venues that host a bunch of queer sex-positive events. The sex-positive freeness of Berlin made the party city world famous and is tried to be copied around the globe. But nobody does it like we do, as